In this video, I'm going to show you how to place anything in perspective in Photoshop using one of the most powerful tools built into the app, Vanishing Point. This is the best method when you want to place a poster onto a wall, text onto a road, a sticker onto a box, or even a label onto a product and have it look like it truly belongs in the scene. The reason this works so well is because Photoshop automatically scales, skews, and aligns your graphic to match the angles of the surface in the photo. So if you want realistic results fast, this is the method to use. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more easy Photoshop tips and tricks. Alright, let's jump in. Step 1 is to copy the graphic you want to place in perspective. Open the image, logo, text, or texture that you want to apply. If it's already on the canvas, that's fine too. Just press Ctrl+A to select all, and then Ctrl+C to copy it to your clipboard. This gives you the artwork that you'll paste into the perspective grid later. If you only want part of an image, you can make a selection first, then copy that instead. The important thing is that your source graphic is ready before you move to the background photo. Step 2 is to open your background image and create a new blank layer. Switch over to the photo where you want to place the object. On the Layers panel, click the Create a New Layer icon at the bottom. Make sure that Empty Layer is selected because that is the layer you'll work on inside Vanishing Point. Keeping it on a separate layer is really useful because it gives you more control, keeps the edit non-destructive, and makes it easier to adjust the blend later. Step 3 is where the magic happens. Go to Filter, then choose Vanishing Point. You can also use the shortcut Ctrl+Alt+V on Windows. Once the Vanishing Point window opens, look to the left toolbar and select the Create Plane tool. Now zoom in if needed and click on the 4 corners of the flat surface in your photo. For example, if you're placing a poster on a wall, click the 4 corners of that wall area. If you're placing something on a road, mark the road plane as accurately as possible. Photoshop will build a perspective grid based on your clicks. This part matters a lot, so take your time. You want the grid lines to turn blue, because blue means the perspective is accurate and usable. If the lines are red or yellow, that usually means the angle or spacing is off. In that case, gently adjust the corner points until Photoshop recognizes the surface properly. The closer your grid matches the real perspective in the image, the more believable your final result will look. This is the key to making the object feel naturally embedded in the scene. Step 4 is to paste and position your graphic. Once your grid is ready, press Ctrl+V to paste the copied artwork into the Vanishing Point workspace. After it appears, select the Transform tool from the left toolbar if you need to scale it down first. You can hold Shift while resizing to keep the proportions consistent. Then click and drag the graphic directly into your blue perspective grid. As soon as it enters the plane, Photoshop automatically snaps it into the correct angle and scale. That means it will tilt and shrink exactly the way the surface does in the photo. This is why Vanishing Point is so powerful. Instead of manually distorting a layer and guessing at the perspective, Photoshop does the hard work for you. Whether you're placing typography on a floor, a logo on packaging, or an image on a building wall, this feature makes the whole process much faster and much more accurate. Step 5 is to commit the effect and blend it into the photo. When everything looks right, click OK to return to your main Photoshop canvas. Now your pasted object will appear on the blank layer you created earlier. To make it look more realistic, change the blend mode from normal to something like multiply, overlay, or soft light. The best choice depends on the image, but these blend modes are great because they let the underlying texture and lighting show through. That makes the object look like it belongs in the scene instead of sitting on top of it. If needed, you can also lower the opacity a little to help it blend even more naturally. And if the result feels too sharp or too clean, you can add a slight blur or match the color tones to the background. Small adjustments like these can make a huge difference in realism. The goal is always the same: make the added object feel like it was photographed there in the first place. So to quickly recap, copy your graphic, create a blank layer, build the perspective grid with Vanishing Point, paste your artwork into the plane, then blend it into the scene with the right blend mode. Once you've done this a couple of times, it becomes a very fast workflow for all kinds of Photoshop compositing projects. If this video helped you learn how to place anything in perspective in Photoshop, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.